Check. Hello everybody, Vicky O'Neon here. I'm out in the Finnish archipelago and it's pretty stormy. I've got a Finnish long drink, best drink Finland has to offer with me. I also got my laptop and a pair of headphones. That's all I've got with me out here, and I'm dying to make some beats. So I was thinking, what can I do with the little equipment I have? And I'm very fortunate to have some really cool plugins from XLN Audio. So today I'm gonna be exploring how you can use EXO. It's such an amazing drum universe where you really easily can make your own beats. And I hope there's not going to be any big waves washing over my computer, because that would be a disaster. So let's see how we're getting on. First of all, I'm gonna open EXO. So here you see the drum universe, all the amazing sounds that is built in here. On the left hand side, you can see what sounds are currently selected. And I think a good place to start is to go to the presets and just listen out for what different kits they have, and that's sort of a good starting platform, and you can see different variations of these patterns and then pick a kit that you like and start to customize it from there. And they've already made some pre-made patterns. If you want to make your own ones, just go ahead and delete those patterns in the edit section, then go back to the drum space and start exploring what sounds there are. So first we start with the kit. Down at the bottom you can check what similar sounds there are and find the one that is just perfect for you. Once you found the perfect sound, just select that with the arrow next to the sound, and then you can go into the edit section and draw in the pattern that you want. So let's see what our kick sound will sound like. This is our kick pattern. Oh yeah. Okay, you can also select what kind of groove you want. If you want a swing feel, you can do that on individual instruments or on the master, on all of them. So we've selected a vintage 16 swing feel. Okay, next we're gonna find some tom sounds. We go through the same process. Then we go and draw in the tom pattern that we want. Select the velocity we like. Nice, you literally just drag up and down, and you can also select the frequency range that you want for all of them. Super simple. Go back to the snare. Next, look for your perfect snare sound. Once you've found that, you can also draw in the pattern here at the bottom. You don't always have to go to the edit section. Here we just want a simple backbeat. We want the pattern to be the same on A and B, so we can just do that over here. Cool. Okay, let's continue on to our hi-hats. The hi-hats are really the ones that brings the groove and the feel. That's what I've learned from my acoustic drumming. Usually I would just draw a line of the hi-hats, and then I would start to take some of them away. I would start to take down the velocity on some of them, and now you can start to hear the groove here. Oh yeah, starting to sound groovy. Nice. And often I prefer to have like double hi-hat sounds, and you can create slightly different patterns for the two hi-hats, and together they will sound really groovy. So I actually changed my first hi-hat to sound a little bit more like a shaker, and then the second one, again, I go in and adjust the velocity, take some of the notes away, customize it, so I get a nice little feel between these two hi-hats and shaker. And there's also effects that you can apply to any of these individual sounds. You have two different effects you can apply. So I have a reverb on my effects send 1 and a delay on my effects send 2. And on the master you can also play with the cutoff filter. And I'm recording all of these sounds on a separate audio channel from my EXO. So you can do that and then just mess around with things, and then you have everything recorded in your arrangement view, and you can go and dig out the best nuggets afterwards. It's also fun to play with this crunch effect. There's a few different presets for that. Play around with that, maybe solo some of the sounds to see what that sounds like. And the beat combiner is a really fun tool where you can find slight alterations to the patterns that you have created. And that's something that XO is already customizing for you. So just play around with it. Press the different circles and see what happens. You can sort of see what the circle will sound like. Just try different combinations. You can also press a whole row and see what that will sound like. You might find some new cool patterns that you wouldn't have come up with yourself, but they're based on the initial groove that you created. There's also a random button that you can press, and then it selects random patterns for you from the different instruments. So explore that. And once you've found the perfect grooves for you, you can really easily export them and just drag them into your Ableton clip view and then continue to your workflow there. So what I've done here is that I've first taken solo just the kick drum, then the kick and the snare, and I'm just exporting them as different MIDI clips so I have more control later on. Soloing different elements, exporting them, so I have more to play around with later on. I really like to have the hi-hats soloed, and if you even just want to find a cool hi-hat pattern, XO is a great platform to just create a cool hi-hat for whatever song that you're working on. And then of course I also want to export the whole groove to play with. If you want all of this as an audio file, no problem. You just have to render all of the audio, then you can export them as individual files, or you can also export the whole groove as you can see here below. And then we can move away from XO and just move into our Ableton and use our usual workflow, speeding the song up, slowing it down. We have our beats ready to continue to add whatever instruments to create our songs. Pretty cool, right? One thing I want to show you before I leave you is the RC20 Retro Color, because it's an amazing plugin also by XLN Audio that just gives a really nice color and soundscape to whatever instrument you might have. So just mess around with the presets, see what the different effects will add to your sound. The magnitude button will decide how much of the effect that is being applied. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you're gonna go and explore XO and all the amazing features that it has. Easiest, most fun way to create cool beats wherever you are. I mean, literally wherever you are. Have a good day and I'll see you soon.